Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, I'm Meg Wheeler, candidate for state senate in the Massachusetts Plymouth and Norfolk District.
Hi, I'm Steve Wheeler. I'm her husband.
And we are here tonight for cooking in quarantine. So before we get started, I want to make sure that everyone can hear us okay. So for everyone watching live, go ahead and let us know in the comments that we're good. And we'll go ahead and get started. So bear with us one second. We had a few tech issues because cooking and tech together is probably too much for us. So we want to make sure our sound is good. And hold on, wait with us. Okay, I think we're just gonna get started. Are we ready for this? Where's your drink?
It's over here.
We need your drink. We always have to cheers before we start cooking. Cheers. So I'm drinking a lovely rosé, courtesy of my favorite wine shop, Barrel and Vine in Cohasset. And what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking the beer that you handed me. It's called Rising Tide Bach Circumnavigator. Oh, yeah. I bought this at the store. They told me that it was like Shiner Bach.
Steve's a big fan of Shiner because Shiner is from Texas, which is where Steve is from. So yeah. All right. Why don't you tell us what we are cooking tonight?
Sure. I don't know what you're cooking.
I'm not cooking anything. My dessert is completely no bake.
Got it.
What's yours?
We are making some enchiladas. They are going to have boom boom sauce on them.
You need to explain the boom boom sauce.
So as Meg said, I'm from Austin, and we have a place there called Chewy's, which unfortunately has gone public and expanded in recent years, but was originally a single location on Lake Austin Boulevard. Big, theme of Elvis, and it was the best Tex-Mex.
It's hard to describe because I feel like when you say Elvis, that doesn't necessarily make it sound. It's not a good. It's a really tough place to describe, but it's really awesome.
It is awesome. Unfortunately, any description I give of it is going to make it sound much cheesier and kitschier than it was. It's
hip. It's
everything that makes
classic Austin hip.
Yes. So they have about 10 years ago introduced the boom boom sauce, which is a combination of queso and a hatch green chili sauce.
So all good things.
All good things. They've also got a creamy jalapeno dip that is kind of a salsa. And so we're going to make that. Now, viewer beware, the boom boom sauce is most appropriately placed on top of a protein like a chicken or steak, something that's a little bit more substantive. I unfortunately made the terrible mistake a few months back.
Not a terrible mistake.
The very profound decision to become a vegetarian a few months back, pescatarian. So I will be using shrimp, which is a little light to go against the sauce. But so it is. I would recommend that those of you that are still eating animals.
That's oh my gosh.
That's what meat is.
I know, but people don't want that visual. Anyway,
where do they think the meat comes from?
Tell them what they can cook with it if they are still.
Skirt steak is
meat.
That's the perfect accompaniment. You can do a chicken if you like. Good chorizo, although it's tough to find good chorizo up here. The good chorizo should not be in a link. It should kind of crumble like ground beef.
He's a meat snob.
Is what it is.
Okay, so enchiladas, I'm pretty excited about this because in our house, I don't actually cook at all. I just do the eating. So it's a pretty great balance for me. But what do we do first? What do you do first?
So first we get our ingredients.
So he's already prepped all of these ingredients, which I greatly appreciate. And they look stunning. I mean, look how, hold on. We got to pull up our.
Deference to the candidate, I will clarify that when she uses a cooking term, you should take it with a grain of salt, no pun intended.
This is true.
I have not prepped anything. I've just
you put it on a platter and it looks nice. That's my version of prep.
I washed them. They're now washed.
It's prep.
Yeah,
counts as prep.
So I have here everything that you will need for the boom boom sauce, and just a little bit of context here. People in New England may not be as familiar with Mexican food as we are in Texas. And to be fair, and this is part of the context, people in Texas are not that familiar with Mexican food. What we've done in Texas is we've taken all wonderful flavors that they've brought to us and added cheese. So the queso element is the true Texas thing. It is inauthentic, and most of what you'll see me cook does not have any authenticity to anything from Texas, but from Mexico, but it is true to Texas. So what we've got are 3 poblano peppers. We've got 6 jalapenos. We've got 7 serrano peppers.
Wait, hold on. You gotta look at these. So wait, these are which ones? The serranos?
Those are serranos.
Okay. I just feel like for people like me who don't really cook, maybe show it a little longer.
This is a poblano pepper. It's big. It doesn't have any spice. This is a jalapeno pepper. It has some spice. This is a serrano pepper. It has more spice. I
know you're saying this in a mocking tone, but I'm actually finding this very helpful.
The spice is actually contained in the seeds. So when we blend this all together to form the base of our sauce, I'm going to leave the seeds in because I like the flavor.
He likes the spice.
Those of you that I said that.
Keep going. Those of you that
maybe have a
what, dear? A what?
More northern palate may prefer to remove the seeds, particularly of the serrano.
So I'm not going to be able to eat this. Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe we'll take out some of the seeds for this batch, since I made another batch in prep yesterday.
That would be good. All right. So, and for everyone watching live, thank you so much for joining us. For those just tuning in, I'm Meg Wheeler, candidate for state senate. This is my husband, Steve. And we thought we would change things up a bit tonight and just do something fun and show you what we cook in our house, what Steve cooks, because I don't cook, and share a little bit of our family's traditions. For Steve being from Texas, this is very much food that he grew up with. And then the dessert I'll share a little bit later is one that I grew up with. So thank you for joining us. We'd love to know who's watching. Let us know in the comments that you're here, where you're from, what your favorite food is. If you've got questions for Steve about the food, feel free to ask it. If you've got questions for me about policy, we can throw that in too. So most of our dinners have conversation about policy. So
I've not had Afghan food, but I would love that. I love South Asian, and I've not really had much Middle Eastern. I suspect that would be something in between. So I would be.
You love Indian food.
I would be really keen to have that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Moroccan food is actually really good. I went to Morocco a few years ago, and their food is fabulous. Very spicy. You would like it.
I would like that very much.
Marsha loves the spice too. Bring on the spice, she says. I love it. All right, keep going. Tell us what we're doing.
We were slightly halfway through the ingredients list.
I got distracted. I'm sorry.
Normally you would have hatch chilies here. Well, fresh hatch chilies. Hatch chilies are from New Mexico. We have biannual celebrations of the hatch chili in Austin.
What do you do for those celebrations?
We
eat the hatch chili.
We eat hatch
chilies. Kind of like how we celebrate. I saw someone say New England clam chowder rocks. Kind of like how we celebrate clam chowder or lobster. I got it.
It's like that. It's like that. Yeah. We do not have the availability of. They're also called, if they're grown outside of Hatch, New Mexico, they're called Anaheim peppers. We don't have those here. It's interesting when you go to the grocery store in New England. I mean, if I went to the store in Texas to get cilantro, there would be about as much cilantro as there is apples here. And it would be, I think, 49 cents a bunch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. What is it here? I don't actually know.
More. It's like $1.50. I
mean, 49 cents a bunch for anything seems like pretty cheap these days.
Produce is more expensive in New England, so it's not just the cilantro.
I feel like there's a really interesting conversation we could have there about supply chains, but we'll save that for another day.
I think that's a good agenda to put on the people's wish list for.
That's your priority?
Yeah.
More hatch chilies, more fresh hatch chilies. Well, we'll think about bringing that to the state senate.
Speaking of cilantro, we've got, as I said, two main things that we're building here in addition to the protein and the actual enchiladas, and both of them contain cilantro. And then people often ask the question, listen, I'm a decent human being. Obviously, I want to have the amount of cilantro that the recipe calls for, but can I add more? And the answer obviously is yes.
This is a personal jab to my mother because my mother hates cilantro.
Well,
and he loves to tease her for this.
That's an added
so
benefit.
I don't know, Mom, if you're watching live.
that's an added benefit. But, cilantro is, it's good enough to make a tattoo of.
Good enough to make a tattoo of. Wow. There's a slogan if I've ever heard one.
Limes. So we've got fresh limes here. Tomatillos, which is a green tomato, and green onions. Like I said, we don't have Anaheim chilies here or Hatch chilies, so this is what we're using instead. In deference to my family, I'm using half mild.
Thank you. Your family appreciates that.
Well, your son is half Texan, so he can handle the rest of it. Anyways, and like those 300 folks in the Alamo in 1835, we will persevere.
Oh boy, he's.
when I say persevere, I mean die, but give our lives for the cause.
Well, that's good. Thank you for sharing. The
All
Alamo is a really big deal when you grow up in Texas.
Everyone knows the Alamo is a big deal. They've seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Okay, what's next? Let's keep going.
All right.
Otherwise, we're never going to eat tonight.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do is roast these chilies.
Okay. Roast all of the chilies?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. How do you want to do this? How can I help? I probably should.
That's unwise.
Sure. Let me move over here.
So I've got there are two ways to do this. The classic way is to do them over the open stove. I'm crap at that.
Like physically put the chili on the stove, right?
Yeah.
Can you do that on an outside grill?
Well, you can do it much easier on an outside grill.
Gotcha.
That's actually the challenge here is that our particular, I'm going to blame the equipment like any good tradesman. Wait, that was probably a bad thing to say. Like any good.
You're good. Keep going.
I'm just going to walk away from that one. But I'm going to blame the equipment, and I find that our particular stove is really challenging to get the peppers to sit.
Because we don't have a lot of grates.
That's right. It's the grates.
And to be clear, you need a gas cooktop to do this. You obviously can't do this on an electric because you need that grill component.
Correct.
Correct. So anyone who does not have a gas cooktop could do a gas grill or the solution you're going to show.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, perfect.
For the purposes of this being a limited time period, we are going to use the evil microwave.
Oh, really?
Just for one item. Just for one item. But
Wow.
there's going to be a lot of inauthenticity here, as we previously discussed.
Are you suggesting that on cooking shows, not everything is completely true the whole time?
No, I'm just saying it's inauthentic to use a microwave for cooking.
Helpful. Thank you. Steve hates the microwave. We do not use it in our house.
Well, it's good for heating coffee.
Okay. All right.
Butter.
What are we doing here?
So we're going to put this in. So I'm going to use option 2, which is put it in the broiler at 550.
And will you come in front of this camera? So you literally just laid out these peppers on this regular cooking sheet.
I put them on the pan.
I made it sound fancier for you. All right, so you're putting it in the oven, and at what temperature? 550?
550.
I thought you said you were using the microwave.
On one item.
Oh, okay.
One item. For our tomatillos, we're going to use the microwave.
Okay, so hold on. So oven is 550.
Yeah.
And
Broil.
how long? Oh, on broil.
You want them to be charred. You want them to look burnt on the outside.
Okay.
So,
how long is that usually?
It's about 4 or 5 minutes, and you kind of
4 or
flip
5
it.
minutes. Okay.
It's shorter on the serrano, so keep an eye on those.
Okay.
They'll burst sooner.
Okay.
Where's my knife?
I don't know. I didn't take your knife. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Hopefully you're enjoying this so far. Who knows if we actually get a meal? Well, if it's up to him entirely, we'll get a really good meal out of this. But I'm in here distracting him, so we'll see. And if you've got questions, put them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know where everybody's from, what your favorite food is. Texas barbecue and chili rocks. We've got New England clam chowder we talked about. What's the most healthiest dish you like to cook?
Cereal.
Cereal's not the healthiest dish you like to cook. Come on, you've got to have something.
I cook Italian and Tex-Mex.
That's fair. He doesn't really cook healthy. Although you do use to the extent you can use very fresh products if you're able to, which we recognize as a privilege to be able to do that. But very fresh products, try to buy stuff local. I mean, that doesn't completely solve it, but
I do like to start with fresh and basic ingredients, but no, I use some heavy cream. I do like to make cacio e pepe.
He does like cream, yeah.
No, that's not fair. I mean, listen, the cream is a bit of a crutch. You can get away with a lot of sauces without the cream. You just have to make use of the pasta water.
All right, what are we doing now? So
this is the sim we're gonna.
Oh, this is the microwave thing.
Yeah,
he's not excited about this.
We're gonna put the tomatillos in the microwave for a minute.
Okay, so tomatillos. So you cut them in half.
I cut them in half. I pulled out. There's like a skin with tomatillos.
Yeah, this is interesting. I didn't realize this. That's funny. Okay, so you cut them in half. You're putting them in the microwave for how long? A minute. Okay. That's very exciting. Now, why is this cheating? What? And you have to come back here to say it so everyone can hear you. But I want to know why this is cheating. What would you have done otherwise if we weren't doing this in this format?
Oh, you can put them in the broiler too. You can do them on the roaster. I mean, you essentially need to cook them out the same way that you're cooking at the other things. The point is to roast your chips.
They just take longer.
Well, they take a different amount of time than other things. It's tough to manage all of them at the same time.
Makes sense. So, and I'm assuming we can get rid of these.
We can get rid of those.
These cute little things. All right, so what's next? So while everything's in the stove or in the oven.
It goes pretty quick, so I'm going to pay attention to that.
Oh, okay. He's going to pay attention to that. So for everyone watching, this is a great question for Steve. Who is your favorite celebrity chef? Oh, no, he has opinions. He's giving me the look that says I have opinions on this.
I mean, listen.
All right, wait, hold on. I'll do mine while you're over there, and then you can do yours when you come over here. So I don't, admittedly, because I don't like to cook, I don't watch a lot of cooking shows. And the thing you have to know about me is I come from a long line of people who love to cook. So I'm the odd duckling in my family, but I've just never enjoyed it. But I do love to eat. So I really appreciate the fact that Steve loves to cook. The only chef that I can think of that I really love, and do you remember his name? It's going to bug me now.
You haven't given me any clues.
You know who I'm talking about. He was on Chopped. He's down in Charleston, South Carolina.
I don't know his name.
I think it's Vincent Petrillo, I think. And anyway, he was on Chopped. He's this really, really nice, really shy guy. And he is the head chef at this incredible boutique hotel down in Charleston. And the food's incredible. Completely incredible. And I had the opportunity to take a cooking class with him, and I'm a big fan. So that would be my favorite. But who's yours?
I'm not sure you get to call someone that was on one cooking show as a contestant celebrity chef.
Well, I think he is now because he's very well known, is what I understand.
All right,
in the southern circles. Aaron Franklin's your top choice?
Yeah.
All right, why? So Aaron Franklin of Franklin's Barbecue in Austin, Texas. We've got this tray we've got all of our food on is a Franklin's Barbecue tray. So why Aaron Franklin?
Well, he's not a jackass.
This is no longer a children's show, friends.
He makes good barbecue. He does it, simple. And, he started up this festival in Austin that, just good people getting food together.
That's cool. I dig it.
I do like that guy that's doing the show with Jon Favreau. Mm-hmm. I can't remember his name, but he's got the Kogi. Kogi, is that the name of it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So it's this great taco food truck in LA that they blend Korean food. That's really what LA's got. Is not only do they have the best tacos, but they bring in the Asian flavors.
Yeah.
And they'll put a fried quail's egg on top of your taco. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we both have enjoyed the food in LA quite a bit.
I can't remember his name. Anyways,
it'll come to you.
But he's fantastic, and that show. Chef is just the Chef show on Netflix is a fantastic show.
There you go. All right. So what's our status? So our peppers are still in.
Peppers are in the oven.
The oven. Okay. Mm-hmm. What's next?
Next, we're gonna blend them up with our other ingredients.
Oh, I think the peppers might be ready.
Some of them are.
So these come in here and kind of just put it under the camera real fast and show everybody what you've got going on here.
So
No, can you put the...
I can't right now because it's really hot.
Okay. Let me pull that up there so everyone can see.
All right. Jalapeno there. That one. That one. Okay.
All right. So, and these have a little bit of a little bit of char on them, which I'm assuming is what we want.
Yep.
All right, so you're putting the bigger peppers back in because those obviously take a little bit longer.
Yeah. I hadn't flipped those yet. I already flipped those serranos.
Okay, so you flip them while they're in there. So about how long do these take? I'm a numbers girl. I like to know what we're working with here. I like specifics.
You just keep an eye on them.
Oh, this is why I don't cook, because it's so hard for me to do that.
All right, so I'm taking off the tops of these things.
Okay.
And remember, we discussed in deference to the family, we're going to take out some of these seeds.
All right, your family appreciates that. Thank you.
When I was a kid, we were so my brothers and I are 5 years each apart. So I've got one that's 5 years down, another one that's another 5 years down. And when we were, when Jeff, he's the youngest, when he was, I don't know, maybe 18 months, we gave him some Tabasco sauce and spoon, allegedly to train him so that he'd be able to handle the heat when he was older. And, to be fair, it was kind of a mean thing to do. And he goes over to Asia all the time and has food that neither I or his or the middle brother could handle. So you'll see I'm just kind of moving the seeds over. A lot of folks like to either use gloves or just make sure they don't touch their face after they mess with the seeds. It can bother your eyes.
Wait, you can't walk off camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to check on the book.
I was doing a little tech support behind the scenes and you walked away. That's all right. We're still here. So we've got a bunch of folks watching live. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Meg Wheeler, candidate for state senate. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what your favorite food is. Who your favorite celebrity chef is. We'd love to know. We shared ours. And tonight we are cooking enchiladas with boom boom sauce.
Boom boom
is that right?
sauce, yeah.
All right, boom boom sauce. I'm very excited for this.
Right. All IP belongs to Chewy's.
Oh, boom boom sauce is a trademarked thing.
I would assume it's trademarked. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a sauce specific to Chewy's, which is a restaurant in Texas. But you figured out the recipe for this.
I didn't know such thing. I found somebody else that figured it out.
Okay, you found someone else who did it.
I have copied a copier over here.
All right, that works. We'll take it.
If you've seen Chasing Amy, I'm beyond a tracer.
I have not. Well, I know I have, but years ago.
Well, that's when it was. That's when it was. You can't really watch it. It hasn't aged well.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're doing a little tech support here. It takes a lot of tech to do a cooking show. It's good to know. All right, so you have taken most of the seeds out. I think we can, if you look on our side cam there, we've taken most of the seeds out, but left a few in. So, ooh, these are hot. We got some of the seeds still in there.
She means they're hot temperature.
I mean they're hot temperature, correct? And obviously you can leave more seeds in if you want your peppers to be spicier. So you may not be able to see from this far away, but these are pretty charred as well. So getting kind of a nice brownish burn on them.
All right.
Which I feel like is actually very much my style because when I cook, I burn things. So it's actually the perfect recipe for me. All right, what do we got here? What's next? Drink break?
I have to drink some beer.
Okay, drink break.
It's an important safety tip to always have a beer with you when you're cooking in case you need to deglaze the pan.
I feel like that is not an important safety tip. Also, you're blocking your camera there, my friends.
Maybe it was intentional.
Blocking your action shot. All right, what are we doing now?
We're breaking the fourth wall is what we're doing. So now we are going to take off our jalapenos and poblanos. And we're just going to chop off the tops of these. We're not going to remove any seeds because they're a little milder and we want a little bit of kick. And frankly, by the time we're done, there's so many other things in there that you need that spice. That is not awesome. You need that other spice. So we are going to, let's take our serranos. I'm putting all of this into the blender. So You can chop up the other peppers. You can not chop them up. Doesn't really matter. We're using one of these fancy Vitamix Ninja things, whatever they're called, and it blends the hell out of everything. So whether you cut it in advance or not, doesn't make too much of a difference. Let's see. So we're getting our poblanos, our jalapenos, our serranos. I'm going to clear off our cutting board here real quick. Sorry, I'm not film trained here, so I'm bad about walking off camera. I'm adding in our tomatillos. I'm adding in a heaping amount of cilantro. Now, cilantro actually has a lot of the flavor in the stems. So you can keep, as long as you're using it like this as kind of a component in something that you're blending, you can keep a lot of those stems on there. I don't keep all of them, but a substantial amount is fine. So that's our cilantro. We've got our tomatillos. We're going to add our green onions. Just so that they fit, I'm chopping them in half. I'm reading the comments. People are talking to us. It's great.
You can talk back.
I was told by my mother not to do that. All right. We've got a little lime squeezer, but I'm just going to use my hands.
I'm trying to picture.
All right. Green onions. All right. Half cup of water.
Oh, where'd you go?
I'm over here.
Okay.
No, just good. Did you take my phone?
I did take your phone. What do you need?
I'm just going to real quick.
No, you're not.
Oh, I can't do that.
What do you need?
I was going to check, make sure I hadn't forgotten anything. And look, I had. I've forgotten the hash chilies. You see what happens?
I'm really sorry. All right, tell us about the hash chilies.
They're from Hatch, New Mexico. And these aren't real Hatch chilies, but they're green chili peppers. I'm using 2 of these little cans. They're in every grocery store.
Right, hold on. Let's move this so folks can see what you're actually doing. So two little cans.
2 of these little cans. They're in every grocery store.
Chilies.
There's not much liquid in there, but if you wanted to, you could remove the liquid.
Joan says, "Do we deliver?" Joan, when this is over, you are more than welcome to come over for dinner, my friend. I don't think this will be good if we rush it over to your house. This is one of those meals that I'm pretty sure is good the minute it's ready and then not much after.
Well, I tend to not like takeout or really anything that's not served immediately out of the kitchen. But I will say that queso develops just a wonderful crust on top, and it can be good cold. So
I would agree with that. All right, so show everybody what you've got here. So you put everything in the blender.
I put everything in the blender.
Okay. And so how long are you going to blend this for?
Until it's blended.
Helpful.
I don't know what else to
All right,
say.
you're going to go over there. You're going to blend this, right?
I'm going to blend this.
It's probably going to get really loud. I'm going to take our action shot off. I'm going to try to talk while he blends, which is going to be interesting because, I was like, I hope he puts the top on. Otherwise, it's going to get all over the kitchen. Which is going to be interesting because our blender is pretty loud. So I'm excited for this meal. Is everyone else excited? I'm pretty psyched for this. So we actually have, I don't know if it's up there yet, but we actually have the recipe for this all written down for everybody. My incredible team is going to drop that into the comments for you so you can make this at home if you'd like. And we actually have some of my team members on with us right now. So maybe while Steve's blending, I'll bring them on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear them, but I will bring them on. Let's go to Sam, who is my, wait, hold on. Who is my incredible campaign manager. I'm going to bring her on. She's going to tell you a little bit about what she's cooking tonight while we do our blending over here. So Sam, you are up.
Hello. Looks like I'm here by myself. Well, I guess let me just tell you what I'm cooking, I guess. So tonight we got some rice in the rice cooker. We got chicken. My mom cooked a whole chicken for me and nobody else. So they're gonna get leftovers. Oh, we got a couple people. We got who? Let's see. Cooking tacos tonight with nachos. Tacos and nachos. That sounds good. Looks good so far. I'm kind of jealous of Steve's cooking, if I'm honest. But I think he'll turn out okay. Meg, how's it going over there?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Steve's making a lot of noise back here. We're cleaning. We're cleaning as we go. Are we done blending?
Yeah.
So that was about, I don't know, a minute and a half, maybe? Minute? No, probably less than that.
8 seconds.
That was not 8 seconds. This beautiful, beautiful green. Kind of looks like a smoothie, actually, but this is good. Sam, how's it going over there?
It's going okay.
Let's give it a try. Make sure.
I'm not making anything interesting, unfortunately.
That's okay. That's, you know what? Sometimes the best meals are the comfort meals, right? You really don't want me to taste that, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to taste that.
Is it really spicy?
It's probably spicy. It's also very green.
No?
I'm going to pass. All right. Why don't you tell us what's next? And then we're going to bring on our next guest. So Sam, I'm going to let you get back to your cooking.
All right.
Thanks for joining us. All right. What's next on the list?
We're going to boil this for about 10 minutes.
Now you just tasted that. What are you looking for that to taste like at this point?
Spicy.
Helpful.
It should taste like boom boom sauce without the cheese, and it needs some seasoning.
Not everyone has had boom boom sauce.
Well, I don't know.
All right. Okay. So
at this point, I mean, I can add.
Yeah.
Some.
Tell us what you would add.
Some acid by putting in some lime. I can add some salt.
Okay.
To, kind of, I don't know, bring out the flavors a little bit more.
Love it.
This
What
is where
else?
we run into the limits of my knowledge. I know what to do. I don't really know why to do it.
Headers. Okay.
So,
All
but
right.
it needs salt. It needs pepper.
Okay.
We're going to put in some,
And so you took
Yeah.
a fairly, I don't know if folks can see this in the back, fairly large pan. And you've got our stove on, or our stove on high.
Yeah. That's actually a little too much.
Okay, so medium. Put it on medium. And then what is the next step? So veggie broth we've got here.
Yeah, 16 ounces vegetable broth.
Okay, 16
that happens
ounces.
to be half one of these. I've already used half, so I'm just going to pour in the rest of it.
Woo, we got a little bit of flame. We should probably, this is probably going to kill our sound, but.
No, we don't.
Oh, we don't? Okay. He does tend to set the alarm off when he cooks, so they're like at least 50% chance we're going to set the smoke alarm off.
We're not making a protein. It's fine.
Okay. All right. We have got another one of our awesome campaign members on with us, Kat. Kat is our digital media assistant. She is responsible for all of the awesome graphics and everything you see on social media. Kat, are you ready? Just give me a nod. I'm going to bring you on, and Kat's going to tell us what she's cooking while we're pouring this in. And so we're pouring this in and letting it cook for 10 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So while we do that, we're going to go to Kat.
Hello. Is this okay? Cool. Hello. Oh, it's just me. Cool. I am making grilled cheese and tomato soup from a can because I'm a great cooker. Yeah, I'm making it for myself, my mom, my sister, and my girlfriend who is quarantining with me. So I'm trying to do that, trying to open cheese. So that's fun. Meg, how are you doing?
We are doing great. I love what you're making, by the way. I think that's fabulous. It's definitely a meal that I would eat. So
Yeah.
Steve is making comments over there. You can ignore him.
Have you tried the mayo trick?
What?
Have you tried the mayo trick?
I cannot hear you. My dog is barking. I'm sorry. Go on. What?
There's a mayo trick. So instead of putting butter on the bread.
Oh, yeah, I've tried that. I have mixed feelings about mayo. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid of mayo. I'm not gonna lie, so I have not done that. But I heard some people like it, so
You should give it a shot. I hate mayo, but I will tell you that it's pretty cool to see what it does. Just the consistency of the browning is on a whole nother level.
maybe one day I'll have to get over my fear and try that, I guess.
Well, Kat, it sounds awesome. Thanks so much for hopping in and doing
Yeah, thank you.
project. And I'm sure the meal will be awesome.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So while Steve works on our boom boom sauce, I thought I would get the dessert started with you. Let me go ahead real fast and get our backup camera set up here and bring that on so you can see a little bit of what I'm doing. So, all right, you gotta be like a little quiet. So this dessert is super easy to make. Now, it's got a lot of different names. I've seen it called a zebra cake. I've seen it called a wafer cake. Honestly, we never had a name for it in my family, but it's one of my favorite desserts. My Nana used to make it. My mom used to make it for me for my birthday. And it's super easy because it does not require you to actually cook or bake anything. The downside of it is you do have to put it in the refrigerator overnight. So we will not be enjoying this cake tonight. We'll enjoy it tomorrow, but I still wanted to show you this. And this will be on the recipe card as well that my team will drop in the comments. The first thing you need, pretty simple, is actually just a big platter like this. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can honestly even use just a regular dinner plate. It's just the more flat the surface is, the better. So the other things you need for this are some chocolate wafers. So let me put those up on our camera here. So these are Nabisco famous chocolate wafers. You just need one box, although I usually like to buy two because sometimes I like to eat them while I make this. So just FYI. And then what else do you need? You also need some heavy whipping cream. So we've got that as well here. And we need some other things. We need some, confectioner's sugar. This is our bag of it. And then some vanilla extract. So this is pretty simple. I'm going to grab our mixing bowl here. And you can do this with a hand mixer too, whatever is easiest for you. And let me pull up I said I was a numbers girl. I have to know exactly what the measurements are. I'm not good like Steve is at figuring this stuff out.
It's baking. Don't worry about it.
Stop.
Baking is a precision thing.
I like that our neighbor decided to mow his lawn right as we were doing this. So I just shut the door. How is everybody doing out there? Who is cooking with us? What are you cooking? Who's joining us live? Let us know. We would love to hear from you. And we hope you're enjoying this. And if you've got questions, drop them in the comments. So, okay, the first thing we're going to do. Are you over there drinking in the corner?
I don't know when I'm back on.
Oh, well, 10 minutes, right? All right, hold on. Oh, maybe less. Okay. I don't know where all of our. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put 1.5 cups of the heavy whipping cream into our bowl here. I don't know where my measuring cup is, so. Is it right behind me? No.
Over there.
Where'd we go? Oh, perfect. Okay, that'll be easier. So we'll do that. And usually this is about the whole container, but there's always a tiny little bit left, which is super annoying. So I'm going to pour that in. Now, I'm going to do this off camera because it's super loud, but the next step is to actually start whipping this. And you want to whip it until it peaks and the peaks are stiff. So the way you can test that is when you're whipping it, if you just raise the mixer up, if the peaks kind of come up with the mixer and hold their shape, then you're good. While you're doing that, you'll want to add the vanilla extract and the confectioner's sugar. So it's 2 tablespoons of the confectioner's sugar, which I've got right here, and it's 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract. So like I said, I'm going to do this off camera because this will be super loud. And let's check in with Steve and see how he's doing.
I'm ready to put some cheese in this.
Oh, that's very exciting. All right, so what's our cheese? Let's get some of this stuff out of the way too, so
All
people
right.
can.
So,
You know how on cooking shows when everything stays super clean? That's really hard to do.
it's important that you clean as you go.
Still.
Your husband will appreciate it if he's going to
Hey.
be one cleaning up afterwards.
Sam says, what's Steve's best Guy Fieri impression?
Guy what?
Guy Fieri, the chef. You don't really follow him.
The guy with the hair?
Yeah.
That's
What
kind
about-
of. I'm going to be out on that one. I'm afraid.
What about Bobby Flay? You watch Bobby Flay a lot.
I have mixed
Oh,
feelings
no.
on Bobby Flay. I mean, listen, he's fun to watch. I worry that the Bobby Flay show is a bit of an ego trip, but I do enjoy it because
Isn't that the reason to have your own show?
it focuses so much on the cooking. I mean, you really can learn a lot.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think Gordon Ramsay's
Gordon Ramsay.
he's playing a part on a lot of these shows. I mean, I think he's actually a pretty decent human being.
I don't know.
I mean, I learned.
I don't know.
I learned a great tip on hash browns from him the other day. I mean,
Well-
we didn't like have a conversation or something, but
You and Gordon got together and
it was a
made
YouTube.
some hash browns.
It was a YouTube thing. It was really.
All right, how are we doing? So I know it's hard because folks can't
Oh,
really
sorry.
see this, but tell everyone what you're doing.
All right, so we're using American cheese now.
Oh no, here we go.
To be clear, we're not using Kraft singles. We're using.
Okay. Thank you for insulting every single person who likes and purchases Kraft singles, myself included.
I'm not a good politician.
All right, tell us. So we're not using
it's
Kraft.
deli American cheese,
And why
the
does
reason
that
we're using.
matter?
Why does it matter?
Yeah, why? I mean, really, why is this one of those ingredients where it helps to go up a step in your quality?
It has flavor and it has the richness in the cream. And what we're really trying to do here, no cheese is going to hold up to this sauce that we're making. And so
I know. Here, I feel like we need to take a little walk
and
so folks can see. If I don't get stuck on the, hold on.
so what we're adding is not the cheese flavor, but the cheese texture. And the American cheese is best for that.
Cool. All right. So you're gonna put the cheese in.
So that's
I'll
our-
stand here.
That's our apology, as the Greeks would say, for the use of American cheese.
And this is a lot of cheese. How much is this?
It's about a pound.
A pound.
It's
Okay.
about a pound.
And you're just putting the slices in.
Just putting the slices in. If you want, you can put it on the side and grate it, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
The stuff's boiling now, and that's what's really great about American cheese is it melts very, very easily.
So you waited until the sauce was boiling to put the cheese in.
Mhm.
Okay. Don't knock the camera into the sauce.
So
That would be unfortunate.
all we're doing is just adding American cheese now. Well, while I was kind of off camera, I added about a couple teaspoons.
All right. Sorry, you might have been off mic there for a second.
That's all right, probably for everybody's benefit. Half a cup of water before you blend, a half a cup of water while you're letting the blended mixture boil.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So say that again, half a cup of water while it's boiling. Or Pre-boiling.
Pre-blend,
Okay.
and pre-boil.
Okay. Cool.
Half a cup of water.
I like it. And so you're just stirring as you go, basically.
Yes, that is how you mix a sauce.
Hey, be nice.
Would have landed better if I'd said stir a sauce. But, yeah. Oh.
Okay, so just keep stirring. This seems pretty simple. This is something I could do.
All of this is something you could do.
That's false. That is completely false.
One of the critical things is to be able to take instruction from your spouse.
Is that a life tip? All right, so just keep stirring. And so how long are you actually doing this for?
Until I've put all of the cheese inside.
Okay, so again, a full pound of cheese here.
Mhm.
And how many enchiladas is this enough for a family of four? Like, should you?
Well, there's a completed batch in the refrigerator there you can grab.
Wait, you already made this? You made this in advance?
I made it yesterday.
What? Did you prepare for this? I did
Okay.
not prepare my dessert for this. I should have, since mine takes 24 hours to make.
Like Josh Lyman, there's no meeting that I don't prepare for in advance.
All right. So you have to talk while you stir, because this is kind of calming to watch the stirring, but I fear we're going to put people to sleep if we're not talking and you're just stirring.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that. When Netflix first came out, they were competing to have the most videos available, and to fill the numbers or to increase the numbers, they came up with some ridiculous videos, such as you know, a fireplace or something. This was long before you had smart TVs, and so they'd have DVDs of a fireplace. All right. All right, so we've got the American cheese in here. We are going to try and add a little bit of cheese flavor. We're going to do that with, I don't know which, oh, there I go. We're going to do that with some cheddar and some Monterey Jack.
Okay, so you started, let's pull this back. We've been looking at this pot for a while. Let's pull this back. So you started with a pound of American cheddar. Hold on, let me get our mics going here. Okay, so you started with a pound of American.
Yep.
And now you're adding how much cheddar? Oh no, this is the...
Now I'm putting in some cheddar and some jack.
So some cheddar and some jack. How much would you say?
Well, quarter to half a cup.
Of each?
Yeah.
Okay, so quarter to half a cup of cheddar and jack. And he's just, you probably, I don't know if you saw that on the camera, but he just grated that in.
I'm just
Super
grating
simple.
it. You can grade, you can buy, I understand, pre-grated cheese, but it doesn't really have flavor. So there's not really any point to buying it.
I love buying pre-grated cheese because it's easy. And you know what? As a busy mom and a business owner, sometimes it's nice to just have it pre-grated.
Cheese tends to lose its flavor after it's been shredded, you know, in about, I don't know, an hour or so. So when you buy it at the store, it lost its flavor weeks ago.
Steve, bless his heart, is so good about wanting the ingredients to be perfect and everything to be as fresh as possible, have the most flavor as possible. And I love that. But sometimes I choose convenience. I will admit it. Okay, everything cheese rocks. Yep, that's absolutely right. Kat says, don't mind me using Kraft singles for my grilled cheese right now.
Well,
Kat, I'm right there with you. It's what I use. Do not worry. My favorite.
Bread using?
Kat, Steve wants to know what kind of bread you're using. My favorite cooking show is on the Travel Channel called Man vs. Food. We've seen that one.
Yeah. Which guy? They switched. In the beginning, they had that really bombastic fellow who was pretty out of shape, and then I guess he got in shape, and they replaced him.
Oh, interesting. I don't know. All right. How much longer are we going to be stirring this for?
This is on cruise control right now. We're gonna,
Okay.
You could actually stir this while you did whatever you're doing.
Well, I think I'm going to actually get my cream whipped. So Sam, we lost Sam for a second. I was going to say we might send it back over to Sam. Before we do that, and since we're coming up on the 7 o'clock hour, let's, first of all, I feel like we should do a congratulatory applause to two incredible folks. So last night was actually a really big night in Massachusetts for Democrats. We won back 2 of our state Senate seats that have been in Republican control for far too long. So congratulations to Sue Moran and John Velas, who won those Senate seats. So excited for you, so honored to know you, and I hope to join you there in just a few months. For everyone watching live, if you've been loving this, if you love this campaign, if you support everything we're trying to do, not the cooking stuff so much, because that is not what I'm best at, but the helping folks out and the bringing our issues up to the state Senate to truly make sure that we can fight for change, then I would be so honored if you would head on over to megwheeler.com/donate and support our other grassroots donors. Meanwhile, I see Sam is back. Sam, are you good for me to turn it over to you for a couple of minutes while I gotta whip some cream, girl? So, all right, we're gonna bring Sam on here.
Hello. Okay, I'm back. So, update. My meal is complete. It's not very good, but it's edible and healthy enough for me to eat. So I guess I'll like show it. So I basically just did fried rice with veggies. Quick, easy. My mom made some of it, I'll be honest. Let's see. Everything cheese rocks. Yeah, that's true, but I'm technically lactose intolerant. I'm supposed to be lactose intolerant, but I'm one of the people who like just does not listen. It's just too good. So let's see. Anything else? Let me see. I guess I'll go to my favorite cooking show. I could watch Food Network for hours. I will just sit if it's something good like a Chopped or Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives never gets old. Guy Fieri is my favorite. I ended up going to I went to Maine over the summer to visit one of my friends, and we went to this diner, and it was called the Maine Diner, and they're known for blueberry pancakes. And I get there, and there's a big poster of Guy Fieri there, and I was just so excited. He's my favorite. Let's see. I think, well, what's Kat making? Kat's making grilled cheese and tomato soup. Not my favorite combination, but I think it's reliable, but it's not my favorite. Let's see. Oh yeah, my favorite cooking show is on Travel Channel, Man vs. Yeah, Meg said she liked Man vs. Food. I watched that a lot when I was younger, because it was just on TV a lot. I like the original guy better. I haven't seen a ton of episodes with the other Man vs. Food guy, because I think now it's they pit two people against the other. I think it's like man versus food type of thing, which is okay. But I do like the original guy. Sometimes they'll bring him back, which is cool. Let's see. What do we got going? What's my favorite dish to cook? I've been really into shrimp lately. I know Steve said he was pescatarian. I was talking about this last night with my family. I'm debating whether to go pescatarian or not, just because I don't know. I feel like maybe it'll be good. Leave in the comments if anyone's vegetarian or pescatarian or even vegan. Let me know, shoot something in the comments. Let me know if it's a good idea. Maybe I'll try it for a week or something. Let's see, where is everyone? Oh, we have a couple people making smoothies. I've been trying to be good in quarantine. Fruit smoothies in the morning. I'll try to do something a little healthier. Let's see. Kale juice is also very healthy. That's true, but it does not taste good. You need to spice it up. If there was, I tried for the first time celery juice the other day, and my mom tried it too. We both did not like it. It tastes exactly how it sounds. It's not great. Oh. I have somebody stealing my food in the corner.
What?
That's regular rice. You can have some. You can have the rest if you want.
All right, well, we're back.
You're back. I'm missed it.
Steve tells me that we're ready to start working on our protein, which is shrimp. And we're coming up on 7 o'clock, which is crazy. I was like, this will take us a half hour. What do I know? I don't cook. Meanwhile, I'm back here. I am whipping the cream for our dessert, but because it's so loud, we're just going to kind of keep doing that as we have breaks. But Steve's going to talk to us about our protein. So Sam, thanks for popping in. We're going to pop you out so we can bring in our action cam.
Before I do that, I'm going to make the creamy jalapeno thing, just because it takes very little time and it cuts nicely with the boom boom sauce. So this dip can be used with. Sorry, bear with me. This dip can be used as an alternative to salsa. It can be used as a topping for your enchiladas in addition to the enchilada sauce. It's very versatile. And it is completely inauthentic. Nothing about this is from Mexico, and nothing about it is fresh. It's it's 1 cup of sour cream. your 1 cup of mayo. Just get that going.
So sour cream and mayo.
Sour cream and mayo.
So this is heart healthy.
Oh, yeah. On the upside, you really don't need much. It's very, very flavorful.
Okay. Okay.
So it's just kind of an accessory, if you will.
Okay.
Like your colleague there, I'm scared.
Hold on. Like my colleague, I'm scared of.
Scared of mayo, but I still go into the deep end on this and put all I'm supposed to in. So a cup of mayo, half a cup of pickled jalapenos.
Pickled jalapenos. Now, are those spicy?
A little bit. That's kind of what you see on nachos.
Gotcha. I usually request it without those.
So, be that as it may, half a cup jalapenos. What else we need?
I don't know what else you get.
Ranch seasoning. I didn't even know that this existed when I found this recipe. So it is essentially the dry component that for which they the dry component that is put into something to make ranch dressing.
So this is hidden. Let me see this. We can show everybody. So this is Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning.
You buy it where you buy the ranch dressing.
Okay.
It's just on.
And you have put. Let's put this in the camera. So you put everything in.
Put that in the blender.
In the blender.
Yep.
Okay. And what's in anything else? Oh, limes.
Couple limes.
Okay.
Couple limes. Always limes.
All right.
Mind yourself there. Get the knife.
Okay. Be careful with the knife.
I would. Yeah.
Important to have proper knife safety skills in the kitchen. All right, so you are squeezing the limes into.
Squeezing the limes.
I feel like there's a lime and a coconut joke here, but
What is it?
no, that was all I had.
Wow.
All right, we've got a lot of folks watching live. Everyone who's joining us, feel free to drop in the comments where you're from and what your favorite food to make is. We are working on is this going to go in the enchiladas? What is this?
No, it's on the side.
On the side.
It's like a side sauce. Real quickly.
All right, we're going to the blender. It's going to get loud. It's okay.
Before I do that, let me just double check.
What are we doing?
I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything.
Okay. So, hey everyone, welcome for those just joining us. Meg Wheeler, candidate for state senate. Steve is about to start blending. Steve forgot something. This is not a family show. He just swore on camera. What did we forget?
We forgot the cilantro.
We forgot this.
A mortal sin.
We spent so much time talking about this.
Mortal
All right, hold on.
sin.
We got to get an action shot of this because this cilantro is beautiful. All right.
A mortal sin.
Okay, so you're just chopping off the bottom of the cilantro, the stem.
Yeah.
Not all of the stem.
Not all the stem, just a bit of it.
Like halfway.
Yep.
Okay. I'm putting that in there. So there's everything that's in our blender.
All right.
All right. You weren't supposed to move that. Remember, that was our staging area.
Well, I have to keep it clean.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
I have to keep it clean.
All right. So now you're going to go blend this for how long?
Till it's blend.
Till it's blend. This is not a helpful answer that he gives me. It's going to get loud, folks. It's going to get loud at home. All right. Hold on. We're going to clean up here a little bit. We're going to clean up. I like the kitchen to stay clean as much as possible, even though I don't cook in it. All right. That looks beautiful. That's very pretty. Let's pull the action shot back. We got to get that. Okay. So you're pouring this into a bowl.
Yep.
And that, I mean, I got to be honest with you. This looks just like the enchilada sauce you would see if you go to a Tex-Mex place or a Mexican restaurant. I'm really impressed.
Well, it looks like a Suiza sauce, which it is not, but it looks like one. All right.
Now, let's talk about the chips, because you and I have very different opinions on chips, because you buy these like little teeny tiny crispy, very thin. Yeah, I don't think this is restaurant style. Hold on, I gotta get my chips.
I think the box actually says restaurant style.
Well, just because they say it doesn't mean that's true. All right, so I like these. Look at the color difference. Look at the color difference there. I like these. These are thick, crispy, so good.
Those are good for nachos.
I would go for everything.
They're they're not great for chips and salsa if you've got a lighter salsa, which this is.
All right, hold on. We're trying the salsa. Mmm. Mmm. That's really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything's better in. Everything is excellent in Texas. I don't mean to use the comparative.
Ooh, it's got a little kick to it. It's not bad, but it's a little kick.
All right.
I'm liking this. How's everybody doing? Everyone who's watching us live, thanks for hanging in here. We're getting close. We're close.
We're gonna make a protein.
Okay. So we got shrimp. Anything? Yeah. What?
I want to let you and the audience know we are about 15 minutes away from having some enchiladas.
I know. We're gonna talk this through, but we'll get there.
Okay.
So are you doing anything with the shrimp?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not a show about the protein though. Everybody has. I mean, the protein is important, and you should think about how you want to season and flavor your protein. But there are a million ways to do that, and we've covered enough topics. So I'm just doing some simple salt and pepper.
Okay.
I'm going to add Old Bay seasoning, and I'm going to throw it on a grill pan here.
Let's see if we can get a better shot there for you. All right, that's looking good. I mean, I don't really like shrimp, but what's going in my enchiladas?
I wasn't cooking for you.
Wait, what?
Meg doesn't eat shrimp.
I'm doing all of this work and I don't get any?
We'll make just some cheese enchiladas
Thank
for you.
you.
How about
Thank
that?
you.
All right. So
What do you got?
we're going to put a little olive oil in there, make the Old Bay stick better.
Okay. I like it.
I'm a huge. You can buy these for like $3 for 6 on Amazon, and they're fantastic. I think they're for ketchup. I don't like ketchup, but they're. You put your olive oil in it.
He's not perfect, folks.
You put your canola oil in it. I got my.
Oh boy. He's so excited about this.
I got my queso fresco in there. I mean, it's just whatever you need.
By the way, so we've
Creme
got
fraiche. I apologize.
real fast. So we've got this back here. Are you just keeping this warm?
I'm letting it boil. I'm letting it.
Oh, you are letting it boil.
Simmer a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Kind of letting it
I
simmer.
kind of want to just keep eating the enchilada sauce with chips. That's really good.
It is good. It is good. Thank you for that.
All right. What else? So we've got our shrimp. Hold on. You keep blocking your camera view here.
I beg your pardon.
That's
So
okay.
We're just letting this get warm.
Oh, gotcha. Get warm.
Sorry, that get warm. This is sitting.
It's like, how is this getting warm?
This is getting warm.
All right. Now, can we talk about your pan here real fast?
Sure.
Can you show folks your pan before you? Because this is like a honking pan here.
It's not.
Hold on. What do you mean it's not great? I think this pan's awesome. No, you guys show Stan. Oh no, he's got another pan. He's going to show you his other pan.
So this is a great alternative to the cast iron. It's a Made In. I think is the name of the brand, and you do have to kind of keep it seasoned and kind of maintain it like you do a cast iron, but it's so much lighter, and you can flip stuff same as you do on a nonstick.
So why aren't we using that for this?
I want to sear on the shrimp. You need something with a crisp to it in the enchilada, because we're going to have flour tortillas. Normally you would do corn, but corn tortilla I think doesn't go great with kind of a saltier, creamier cheese like what we've got in our sauce here.
That makes sense.
Corn's great for a simple verde sauce or a rojo, but when you get this much cream, it needs that flour tortilla. Since we've got the flour tortilla, it's going to be soft, and we're going to have the shrimp that's going to be soft inside. A little bit of crisp is nice for change texture.
He really thinks this through. I'm very impressed. All right, so we're letting our shrimp sit for a minute.
We're letting
our
pan get hot.
Oh, gotcha. The pan is getting hot. So you've put this now at a little bit above medium. Okay.
Would you like a job?
No.
You sure?
No, I would not. What is the job? What is the job first?
Let's prep our tortillas.
Okay. We're going to prep our tortillas. I don't know what this entails. Oh, this does not seem like a job for me. It involves cooking. So, now my mom is watching. Now you can insult her about cilantro.
It's not insulting. I mean, that she's missing out on that experience, and she has to drive an automatic transmission.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's just a lot of things lost.
Let's go to an action shot here. Look at this beautiful shrimp. So Steve seasoned this. How nice does that look? I don't even like shrimp, and that looks good to me. All right, maybe we should. Are we gonna be doing a lot of cooking over here? Maybe we'll pull our action shot over here. All right, so what's going on next?
A little olive oil.
We lost it somehow. There we go. All right, so we've got our sauce. He's putting the shrimp over here. Nice sizzle. Loving it. Now, what's this pot for, or this pan for here?
We're going to use that. We're going to put a little canola oil in there to
So we're going to put
get
canola
to
oil.
prepare the tortillas.
Canola oil in, okay? So this is for our tortillas.
Yeah, it's going to be for our tortillas, but that burner is too hot, so we're not going to prep our tortillas on it. We're going to wait until we prep the shrimp.
Gotcha.
Wait until we cook the shrimp.
All right. So tell people what you're doing now.
I am getting the shrimp centered. I'm kind of just keeping an eye on them. Now,
How's everybody doing out there?
much as I love shrimp, it is definitely the protein that I'm having the most challenge with in terms of doneness.
Now, why is that?
I don't know. I don't have a good sense for what it should look like when it's cooked and overcooked. And I cook it in so many different ways. I mean, oftentimes it's just olive oil and garlic.
Yeah.
And in a pan, it just looks different than it does coming off the grill.
Okay. All right. Good to know. This is a lot going on right now. It's a lot going on. All right, I'm going to keep whipping the cream because we need to actually get this dessert done. Sam, I'm going to send it back to you for a few minutes while we handle this over here. Let's bring Sam in there. Sam, how's it going? Oh, hold on. Sam's muted. Hold on. We're working on it. I think we lost Sam. We kind of have Sam. We're having tech issues, so we'll wait on that.
All right.
It's getting hot in here.
Okay.
A lot of cooking.
Push that back. Put that here.
So what are we doing now?
Put the canola oil in there.
Okay, so we're doing our canola oil for our shells, right?
Yep.
Okay. Or our tortillas.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Set down.
We're almost done. I am hungry. How about everyone else? This is going to be so good. It's such a good cook. How's everybody doing? Everyone who's watching us live, welcome to Cooking in Quarantine. I'm Meg Wheeler, State Senate candidate. This is my husband, Steve. He is the incredible cook. He is doing a great job over here for us. As you can see in our action shot, he's got the shrimp going. It looks so good. He's got this incredible sauce going. This is our Boom Boom sauce, which is straight out of Texas, where Steve's from, and I am just very, very excited for this meal. So everyone who's watching us live, let us know you're here in the comments. Tell us your favorite food to cook or to eat if you don't cook like me. Let us know you're here. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Natalia says, if I wasn't stuck full of food, I'd be jumping through this screen right now. You are welcome to come over anytime after this whole thing and have some of this. So in addition to the enchiladas that Steve's making, he also makes an incredible queso. So anyone who's been at our house for a party knows Steve's queso is so good. We'll have to, maybe we'll do that this summer. We'll do another cooking video and we'll show you his queso recipe. We are also going to drop in the comments, we may have already done this, but we're going to drop in the comments the recipes for tonight. So if my team is listening and can drop those in, if you haven't already, for folks to be able to grab those, that would be awesome. I'm going to tell you about the dessert really quickly. Now, admittedly, the dessert has taken a little bit of a backseat because when Steve cooks, he takes over the whole kitchen. But the dessert that we're making tonight is a cake that I grew up eating. It's one of my favorites. I've heard it called a zebra cake. Honestly, I just call it a wafer cake. And you make it with these chocolate wafers here. It's super easy. It's no cook. And all you really do is, well, I'm not going to take that out right now because it's over there. But all you really do is put some heavy whipping cream, some confectioner's sugar, some vanilla extract into a bowl, and you whip it up. Make sure the cream is pretty stiff and heavy. And then we basically build the cake with it. So hopefully I'll get a few minutes to do that and show you all tonight. If not, we'll post pictures, I promise. But the recipe will definitely be in the comments for anyone who's watching live. So, all right, where are we at now? So we've got our sauce going here. You took the shrimp off. Shrimp is good?
Yep.
Now, how long did you cook the shrimp for? Don't tell me until it was ready. What'd you put on? I made him do a recipe. What did you put on the recipe?
I said.
Oh no.
I said protein and tortilla was dealer's choice.
Oh, good. Okay, good. So the recipe is only useful if you already know how to cook.
It's a protein. You pick your favorite protein.
So what are we doing here?
This is not.
Let me pull up our. Let me make this full screen so folks can see this.
Hold on, I gotta clean up in the shoe here.
Oh boy, how's everybody doing out there?
All right. All right, so next step is to prep our tortillas. And this is one that I just didn't realize it was an issue until you bought me an enchilada cookbook.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So
what you need to do
I feel like
is
we need a better action shot here. Keep going, tell us.
take your tortilla, which, like I say, would usually be corn, and throw it in the canola oil for a little bit. It warms it up, and it gives it a little bit of crisp, just a touch. All right?
Woo! Hot potato.
I'm going to dry that out just a touch more. All right.
Okay, so, and you just do that for every single one?
Yeah. So these are bigger tortillas, so we're only going to need 2 per person.
Okay.
Would you like corn?
Oh, because these are flour. No, I'm good with this. I'm excited. I like flour.
I know you do.
Now, once you're done with this one, can you show everybody which ones you bought? You put them in the
No.
can. Why not?
I don't like these tortillas at all.
Oh, okay. So these are not the ones you normally buy?
I just don't like them.
Okay, why don't you like them?
They're like an in-between thickness.
Gotcha.
For flour tortillas, I like them to be that real thick American style.
Yeah.
Or, a thinner one.
Okay.
And this is just kind of this in-between thickness I just don't like.
Okay.
For health reasons here, we're getting rid of the grease.
All right, so you're going to do 2 per person.
2 per person.
Yeah, did you answer me earlier when I asked you how many people will this serve? Like, is this enough for a family of 4? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Maybe probably even more.
So this will go for 3 weeks in the fridge. That will go for 1 week.
And by that, you mean our
jalapeno
lovely jalapeno dip.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I had this on a hash brown and cheese breakfast sandwich today with sourdough bread. It was delicious.
Oh, that does sound delicious. All right, and so you're patting out the air bubbles and drying the grease, or getting rid of the grease.
The air bubbles will go out on their own. You're just getting rid of the grease.
Okay.
Ruining one of your nice towels.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks.
It's all right.
Notice that.
What I've learned after 12 years of marriage is that all the towels are nice towels.
Has it been 12 years? Oh, you're right. You're right. No, you're right.
Yeah, last month. Some of us pay attention to these sorts of things.
Really, dear?
Yeah.
This reminds me of
Those
fried
of
dough.
us that went to Pride and Prejudice with our younger brother,
Okay. Which younger brother?
Brian.
I'm sure he'll appreciate you mentioning that on live video.
Ah, it's all right. He escaped to Sweden.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So are we done?
Yeah.
I feel like we're done over here. We're gonna take this back.
All right.
All right. So what do we got going on here?
Well, let's see if these are too wide for this thing. Yeah, they kind of are.
A little bit. Could you do them the other way?
No, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do them on the plate.
Okay. So now we're just getting a regular dinner plate. And hey, welcome to everybody who's just joining us live here. I'm Meg Wheeler, State Senate candidate, and my husband Steve, and we are cooking tonight, giving you a little taste of what it's been like for us. We don't cook like this every night, but we've been doing a lot of cooking in quarantine. So Steve is working on his recipe.
Once you've prepped the tortillas for the correct enchiladas, you put some shrimp in them. Now, what I was told growing up, and I don't know if this is true, I mean, it's an ontological argument, I suppose, but the burrito is made with flour and has rice inside.
Ooh, rice would have been nice.
Yeah. And the enchilada is made with corn and just has the protein inside. You know, I don't know who decided this, but you know, it's a fair distinction for me. We're kind of tinkering with that, and the size of this thing makes it look like a burrito. So, if you wanted to say we're making burritos tonight, that would probably not be incorrect.
Okay, so
In any case,
you're filling these with shrimp.
I'm filling those with shrimp.
We've got a lot going on here. Okay.
I am going to.
What's our? No, we might keep that on. In case we need a light up. Joan asks, who does the dishes? Think wisely about how you answer this question, my friend.
It depends. If I've cooked, I do the dishes as I go. If Meg cooks, I do the dishes the next morning.
I don't cook. I hate doing dishes. I will admit it. But I do like to clean up the kitchen. I like the kitchen to be clean, so I will clean. I just don't like to do the dishes.
All right, so this is queso blanco. It is like cheddar, but it has a whole lot more flavor.
Let's make sure we can see this.
You can get a label. There's several different names, yeah.
Okay. Blanco. That's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
So you call it queso blanco.
Queso blanco.
Okay. Part skim milk cheese. So this is not a good recipe if you are lactose intolerant or have any kind of a dairy issue. We apologize. But if you are fully vegetarian, you can make this the way Steve's going to make mine without the shrimp. Or if you don't like shrimp, you can do your own protein. So you don't have to use shrimp for this. You can really get creative, which is nice.
I think a lot of vegetarians don't eat cheese.
It's vegan.
You were right.
We're new to this. All right, so you are doing, all right, so you do the same thing to my plate. Can we do that over here? Gotta get in the action shot. All right, so you're just putting this over, and so mine is just gonna be, I should put like some peppers or something into this. That's okay.
You sure you can have that?
Well, not your peppers, like red peppers. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you so much for everybody who's joining us here live. I hope you're enjoying this. We will drop the recipe in the comments if we haven't already.
Someone told me you can eat trick the other day. What you can do is just hold it like this and push.
Oh, that's so much easier.
Yeah.
And then just stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't do it when you're kind of over the thing that you're grating into like this, but it works. It works great if you do it on a cutting board.
Yeah, no, that's actually really smart. I like that. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
See, we're useful.
Would you like some extra cilantro?
No.
Our mother's daughter over here. Our mother's daughter.
I don't hate cilantro. I just don't need a huge. I don't like chunks of cilantro in my food. It's not the taste; it's the texture for me.
A good reminder that we considered doing California street tacos for this, so that would have been a very short video. The California street taco is really well cooked protein, red onion, and cilantro.
We probably should have done that. Then we wouldn't be going on an hour and a half.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Sorry to everyone joining us. California street tacos is probably a better option. He scored me this wouldn't take very long.
I didn't know my time limits were. What are expectations?
We're never eating tonight. Okay, so these are mine, just cheese.
Now here's a good tip.
Okay.
Take the protein out of one of the enchiladas and put it on the outside so you can see.
Who's those? Now, are we getting near the end? I sense we're getting close. Yep. Okay, so this is going to be the last step. Is that right?
So we're going to put it in a very light broil. Just 450 is the lowest our thing will go. We're going to put it in a middle rack. Just kind of cook off a little bit of that sauce we're going to put on here.
And how long is it going to go in for that?
Just until the cheese is melted, a couple minutes.
So a couple minutes. Okay, perfect. That is perfect. That gives us time. We're going to throw it over to Sam as soon as Steve gets us in the oven so that I can finish whipping the cream for our dessert because our dessert has taken a backseat to this incredible taco preparation. So actually, let me pull the action shot on just so fast I see this. So as you can see, Steve has put the boom boom sauce on top of our enchiladas, and he's going to put these straight into the oven at 450 broiling for just a couple of minutes. So I'm very excited for this. It's going to be delicious.
One thing to consider, and I thought about this last night, is if you're serving with this rice, it's a good idea to layer on just a base layer of the sauce before you put your enchiladas down. Then that rice digs into the enchilada sauce.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so these are going to go in.
More cheese.
More cheese. More cheese.
So Tex-Mex there. It's not Mexican. It's Tex-Mex. Always more cheese.
I love it.
If it were California style, we'd have more cilantro. In Texas, we have more cheese.
I love it. And this is that same
Queso
Blanco or Oaxaca cheese that you bought. Cool. I like it. I'm excited for this. You have used, I think, 5 or 6 different kinds of cheese in this meal.
That's why our cheese.
This is why our cheese drawers. Yeah.
Cannot contain any of your corn mix.
Hey, s'mores are a very important food to have. S'mores are my favorite dessert ever. In fact, I should have made s'mores tonight because they're that easy. All right, those are going to go in. We're going to pass it on over to Sam, who's going to take it over for a few minutes while I get the cream for the dessert whipped. Sam, take it away.
Hello. I'm back. Once again, my name is Sam Kelly. I'm campaign manager for Meg Wheeler's State Senate campaign. Yeah, my meal is over. I know Meg and her, they're making dessert, which I'm not very good at baking. I have a sweet tooth, not very good at baking. So I kind of rely on store-bought little sweets. So I guess I'll show you what I kind of have, and we can chat kind of sweets. So I have peach rings from the Dollar Tree. Kind of bad, but it's okay. And what are people talking about? Yeah, I mean, let's see the comments here. People are talking a lot about the special elections from last night. Obviously, it's very, very exciting. 2 more Democrats who flipped state Senate seats in formerly red districts. I think it's really exciting, especially coming from our race where we're trying to flip a red seat. And it's really exciting for the Democratic Party in Massachusetts. Obviously, we have a supermajority, but people just aren't really. We want progress, and obviously voters want progress too. So I guess in order to flip our seat, I guess I'll plug our campaign. I guess if you guys want, if you're interested in helping us flip this seat, red to blue, go to our Act Blue page. Go to our website www.megwheeler.com. You can donate. You can sign up to volunteer. Right now, we're doing phone banks. We're doing texting. We're doing postcards. If you can give anything that you can give, obviously it's a very hard time right now. This time is very unprecedented, but give what you can. It could be $1. It could be $25. It could be $100. Go to megwheeler.com. Go to our donate page. Look on our social medias. Spread the word about our campaign. We're running a grassroots campaign that is anchored on our grassroots donors and our grassroots volunteers. And we're really excited. I think it's a really exciting time, especially coming off the momentum we got from last night.
Sam, I love it. You did such a great job. Thanks for talking about the
Like
cake
shameless plug.
and buying us a little time.
Of course.
We've made some progress. So, Sam, I'm going to let you hop off. I'm going to pull our action shot back up if we can do this. Okay, so we've whipped our cream. So you might not be able to tell, but it's much thicker than it was. So it's a pretty solid cream now. And that's important because the cream is basically going to hold our cake together. So it's really important that we have that. Let me go ahead real fast here. I do a little tech stuff. Okay. So again, remember, we've got these wafers, right? So all we do, first thing we do, hold on, I have my spoon here, is I like to take a little bit of this cream and just, let me make sure we can pull our camera in there. Perfect. And I like to just do a little bit of a border down the plate, because again, this is going to hold the cake together. That's probably enough. And then I take my wafers. Now you want to be careful because these are delicate. And you just take a little bit of a spoonful and you put it on the wafer. You don't have to put a huge amount, just enough like that. And then you grab another wafer and you put them together. And so then what I'm going to do is basically start to build my cake. Now, when you just have a couple, they obviously fall over. It takes a few before you get enough critical mass to really have them stand up. And the hardest part about making this cake is that you want to eat it as you're going. So try to avoid doing that. Or don't, and just eat them. Enjoy life. Okay, so there we go. They're starting to stand up. So basically you just build the cake. Now, I think, Steve, are you ready? Okay, so I'm not going to build this whole thing while everyone's watching, but I basically just build it out and you do two sides. So I essentially end up having two logs that are connected together. Then I put this entire thing in the fridge for 24 hours. Tomorrow, it's so delicious. I promise I will show you the finished product once we're done, but I'm going to let Steve hop in here so that he can finish up our dinner for us. All right, let me hop out of the way, babe. You got it.
All right.
All right, so what do we got here? Are they ready?
They are. We have added some cotija cheese, also known as queso fresco.
You and the queso fresco. Now, what about this? What
This
was
is
this
kind
for?
of like Mexican Parmesan. So you just add it as kind of a salty
So that's
addition.
okay. Now, talk to me about what are we doing with the jalapeno dipping sauce?
Do you want to participate too?
I'm just asking questions.
Why don't you add that to the side?
This to the side where? I'm ready to dive in. I've got my fork. I am hungry and I'm ready to go.
Put that on the side, right?
Oh, it's
here.
got kind of it's thick too. It's not what I was expecting. Okay. Which one's mine? This one? Oh yeah, because that one's got the shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
I like his trick about leaving a little bit of the meat out so you know who's whose.
I was a busboy at a Mexican restaurant.
It's good? That's it?
You're done.
All right, well, cheers. We got to take a bite on camera to show everyone that this is. Ooh, the plates are hot and everything. I love it. I'm so excited for this. And remind everybody what this is. This is Boom Boom enchiladas
Boom boom enchiladas.
with a jalapeno sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. Mmm. Ooh, it's spicy. Hot.
Oh, don't do that.
That is
Rookie mistake over here.
spicy.
You want some milk, dear?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I got this. Whew, I got it. We're good. That is good, though.
Mm-hmm.
That is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know it's hot. Hold on. Give me the towel. I got to show everybody this, though. This is so good. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our finished product. Steve Wheeler, the cooking genius over here. I eat very well, thanks to him. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, my team has dropped the recipe for the enchiladas in the comments, as well as the recipe for the dessert. I'm sorry we didn't get to finish the dessert on air, but it's very, very simple. I will send you, or I'll show you a pic on our page tomorrow. And it's really a great treat. One of my Nana's favorites, one of my mom's favorites. It's just thank you so much for being here. We thought we would change it up a little bit. We wanted to just bring a little bit of our home to, are you still eating?
Good.
a little bit of our home to yours. We hope everyone is staying safe and healthy right now. We hope you're finding your own moments of silliness and joy to get through this trying time. And we would love to have you support our campaign, to join us as a volunteer, to check us out to learn more. If you'd like to donate, you can go to megwheeler.com/donate. If you'd like to volunteer with us, head to the website. You can find more info there. And thank you all. You've all been so wonderful. All of your comments, your questions. We hope you're enjoying your evening, and we'll see you all soon. Have a good night.